Today, we're going to talk about the top 10 places with the most interesting geography. Number 1. The Grand Canyon, United States. The Grand Canyon, carved by the Colorado River over millions of years, shows off about 2 billion years of Earth's geological history. You can get there through several entrances, and there are tons of things to do, like hiking, river rafting, and helicopter tours. Erosion is still shaping the canyon even now. California condors, reintroduced to the area, use the rising warm air from the canyon walls to glide effortlessly. The geography of this place is amazing, but it's worth noting that each year the Grand Canyon sees quite a few hiker deaths, often due to heat exhaustion and people getting lost on the challenging trails. 2. The Great Barrier Reef, Australia. The Great Barrier Reef, the world's largest coral reef system, started forming about 20 million years ago as coral polyps built up layer upon layers, stretching over 2,300 kilometers. It's a vibrant, underwater wonderland. You can dive, snorkel, and boat around. Its future depends a lot on conservation efforts fighting ocean warming. Clownfish have a cool symbiotic relationship with sea anemones, using their stinging tentacles for protection. But controversially, the reef is really threatened by coral bleaching due to climate change and water pollution, which have already hit parts of this unique ecosystem hard. 3. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. The largest salt flat on Earth was formed from prehistoric lakes that dried up, leaving a vast, flat expanse of salt. In the rainy season, it turns into a giant mirror, creating amazing reflections. You can visit it by taking a 4x4 tour, a must-see for photographers and adventure seekers. Andean flamingos, which get their pink color from microorganisms in the salty environment, live there. But there's controversy over the environmental impact of lithium mining in the area, since the salt flats are a significant source of this valuable resource for batteries. Number 4. Mount Everest, Nepal. Mount Everest, the highest point on Earth, formed around 60 million years ago when the Indian tectonic plate collided with the Eurasian plate, pushing up the Himalayan mountain range. It's on every climber's bucket list, but the journey is really tough and needs a lot of preparation. The mountain still rises slightly each year due to tectonic activity. Snow leopards use the rugged terrain to stalk their prey. However, there's ongoing exploitation of Himalayan Sherpas, who risk their lives carrying heavy loads and guiding climbers, often for poor pay and without enough recognition or support. Number 5. Iceland. Iceland's dramatic landscapes are a result of its position on the Mid-Atlantic Ridge, where the Eurasian and North American tectonic plates meet. This leads to volcanoes, geysers, hot springs, and glaciers. Volcanic activity and glacial movements have continuously reshaped the island over time. It's easily accessible for tourists who can enjoy geothermal baths, glacier hikes, and northern lights viewing. The Arctic fox, Iceland's only native land mammal, changes its fur with the seasons for better camouflage. The island is also known for its continued whaling practices, which is controversial because it goes against international conservation efforts. Number 6. Galapagos Islands, Ecuador. The Galapagos Islands were formed by volcanic activity millions of years ago, rising from the ocean floor as tectonic plates shifted. These islands, famous for inspiring Darwin's theory of evolution, have changed a little over time, but face threats from invasive species and human activity. You can explore them on guided tours and cruises to see unique wildlife up close. Marine iguanas, the only lizards that forage in the sea, have adapted to the archipelago by evolving the ability to swim and feed on underwater algae. There are some amazing animals on these islands, but they struggle with illegal fishing and over-tourism, which threaten their delicate ecosystems. Number 7. Antarctica. Antarctica, the coldest and most remote continent, formed as a landmass at the South Pole, has been covered in ice for over 30 million years. It's a harsh, frozen landscape with extreme seasonal changes, mainly accessible for scientific research and limited tourism. Its ice sheets are melting due to climate change, impacting global sea levels. Emperor penguins breed during the harsh Antarctic winter, using their bodies and huddling behavior to stay warm. Antarctica faces environmental threats from increasing tourism and potential exploitation of its natural resources, plus the global impacts of climate change on its ice sheets. Number 8. Namib Desert, Namibia. The Namib Desert, one of the oldest deserts in the world, formed around 55 million years ago due to the cold Benguela Current, which creates dry conditions. Its towering dunes and unique landscapes are shaped by strong winds. You can explore it on guided tours, enjoying surreal scenery and wildlife. The desert's climate might become even more extreme over time. The Namib Desert beetle collects water from morning fog on its back, which then flows down to its mouth. The region is controversially known for diamond mining activities that have significant environmental and social impacts. Number 9. Moraine Lake, Canada. Moraine Lake, nestled in the Valley of the Ten Peaks in the Canadian Rockies, was formed by glacial activity. The vibrant turquoise color of the water comes from rock flowers suspended in it. Glacial melting and sediment deposition have changed its shape and depth over time. You can easily drive there for stunning views and outdoor activities like hiking and canoeing. Pikas store food in the summer to survive the harsh winters, but climate change threatens the area, causing glaciers to retreat, which could alter the lake's water levels and ecosystem. Number 10. Patagonia, Argentina, and Chile. Patagonia, a region spanning Argentina and Chile, features dramatic landscapes formed by glacial erosion, tectonic activity, and volcanic processes. Its vast steppes, rugged mountains, and fjords have evolved over millions of years. Accessible via trekking routes and national parks, Patagonia is a paradise for nature lovers. Climate change might further alter its glaciers and ecosystems. The guanaco, a wild relative of the llama, has adapted to the open plains by developing efficient thermal regulation. They rely on this land, but Patagonia faces issues with land use conflicts, including the impact of sheep farming on native vegetation for wildlife habitats. These places highlight the incredible diversity of Earth's geography and the remarkable adaptations of their plants and animals, while also pointing out the complex and often controversial challenges they face today. Thanks for watching. Have you visited any of these places? Comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.